I can remember being about 4 years old, sitting on the living room at my parents' house, and my mom looking down at me and saying, Jenny, what do you want to do when you grow up? And me looking up at her and saying, I want to be a dentist girl. It turns out that never came to fruition. I would hate that job and I would be horrible at it. I also didn't say that I wanted to sell homes or get a real estate license or manage a real estate brokerage. I didn't want to do those things. I think it's interesting though that we ask that question in our society, and I think we're starting to evolve from that. I know that I've asked that of my children, what do you want to do? And yet I don't think it's a question that gets at the core of what will cause us to have the greatest happiness and success. So today I'm going to walk you through a common phrase that you've heard called be, do, have, and hopefully bring a different spin on it that will give you a framework to allow you to set yourself up for the most happiness and will then lead into success in your life. Okay, so let's work this backwards. I think a lot of times now as adults, we often start with the question of either what do I want to do or what do I want to have? And so we go, okay, well, I want to have a spouse. I want to have a house. I want to have some Gucci shoes. Gucci shoes are a thing, right? A Gucci purse. I want to have these things. So we start with have, right? I want to have these things. Okay. And I like to actually use the relationship example because it's an easy one to see kind of where this can fall short. So let's say that you want to have, I don't know, a famous football, boyfriend. Okay. That's what I want to have, right? Okay. So what do I need to do to get that? Well, I think I'm going to need to go to a lot of football games. Maybe I need to become friends with the cheerleaders. What do I need to do to get here? Okay, so I'm going to spend a lot of money. I'm going to go to these football games. What am I going to do to get there? Well, then who do I need to be? Well, I think I need to be a cheerleader or a professional dancer in order to date a famous football player. Okay, so I'm going to try to be that thing and do these things, go to these games to get what I want to have. But do you see that if I'm not actually these things, if I'm not a good cheerleader, what if I don't even like football, but I'm trying to be these things and do these things to get what I want to have, then we never show up as our authentic self, and that's where happiness falls short, and that's where success falls short. Because if we're not showing up in that kind of relationship as the real us, what are the chances that that relationship is going to succeed? The same is true for a career, or the same is true for a house or anything in life. If we're working from the outside in, it's a lot more challenging to stay consistent and have success in those things. So we want to flip this kind of inside out. And like I said, we started with another common question we ask is, what do I want to do? Well, I want to do, and some of us know with clarity that a career is what we want to do, but what happens when things change? What happens when the industry changes 10 years from now and technology takes over something? If our whole identity is attached to what we're doing or what we have, when what we do goes away or what we have goes away, then we're left with nothing. But if we are focused on who we are being, then we always have that, and we can recreate what we do and also recreate what we have. So let's go do this the other way around. So we want to start with the question of being. So who are you currently being? Who are you becoming? Who do you want to be? What's at the core of who you are? What's at the inside of who you are, okay? So the inside of who you are is really your values. Your values determine how you spend your time, and they help you also evaluate how you've spent your time in the past. So we have values and beliefs, and in order to continue to uncover more of our true being, we also need to let go of baggage. We need to let go of negative emotions. We need to let go of limiting beliefs. In our unconscious mind, oftentimes we have these limiting beliefs about what what we can't do or can't have or can't become. And all of that is a part of our being because of our unconscious mind is a part of what creates that. So we need to uncover, I should say, words matter, we get to distill down our core values, our beliefs, and release anything that's negative so that we can unfold the best of who we are. This is our being. When we are functioning from the inside out, from a place of being, then it causes us to do. Our being will cause us to do the things that we love. So then we move into doing. And by the way, as a side note, being is a creative energy. And you can see everything is energy, right? Like at an atomic level, the smallest particles that we are atoms. We have 7 billion atoms. And yes, I said billion twice. 7 billion atoms make up our body. If we split one atom, the whole city of Minneapolis would be gone. That's how much energy is within us. So this energy of being is a creative energy where from even a molecular structure, we can create new things and release old things, okay? It's science. So creative energy, and then we move into doing. So as we are being who we are, we start doing more of what we love. So let's say that a part of my being, and this is true for me, part of my values are connection, relationship, having fun, laughter. That's all a part of my being. So I'm gonna ask the question, how can I apply who I am being to my job, to what I'm doing? Well, if I'm in real estate and I'm selling, I might shape my whole business around client care events, networking, relationship building, because that's how I want to spend my time, connecting with people, building relationships, having fun. So I'm going to do more of the things that I love, and it's going to come from the inside out. So doing is a transformation type energy, okay? And then as we do more and more of what we love, guess what? We begin to have, or you could also say achieve, the things that we want to have and achieve. So as I'm doing these things in my business, I start to have business and financial success because it's in alignment with who I am. Instead of trying to be somebody that I'm not or trying to do something I don't want to do, then we're in full alignment, and the energy, this is a completion energy, by the way, lines up, and we get, voila, success, right? So we want to start again with who we're being. It will cause us to do what we love, which will cause us to have what we want to have. And if you're not sure where to start, come back to this being question. And if you can also DM me, and I'll send you a list of sort of self-exploratory questions to get at what are my values, maybe what are some of my limiting beliefs that are getting in my way of really fully unfolding who I am, so that I can do what I love, so that I can have what I want. And then you get to be happy and have success. There you go.